Jai Shrimad Narayan, Jai Shrimad Narayan, Jai Shrimad Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual masters, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Valvas. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Srimad Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that are watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that are going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Our topic, which is the Bhagavad Gita, and we are still in the introduction because I decided that if we do not give a background for the existence of the Bhagavad Gita, the chaos that is ensuing in the world will continue. We need to understand the significance and relevance of the Bhagavad Gita in its entirety, and therefore I started an introduction last week. I think when it was transcribed it took 48 pages. 28. 28, okay. It will be 48 this week. Just the introduction. So I said logic, science, history, these are the things that determine the existence of humanity on this earth. You need to use logic. You cannot go into your own mind and create your own system. God has not given you that. And God has not given any other being authority to create their own systems. God is the system. He manifested the system. He regulated the system. He authenticated the system. He came on earth and he practiced the system. So there is only one system. There is only one system by the Creator. There is no philosophies in Sanatana Dharma. Don't be fooled when people tell you there are 3 philosophies and 6 schools of thought. If you want radio lotus, you can only catch it on one frequency. You can't catch radio lotus on 3 sub-frequencies. There's one frequency which you can catch the radio signal, and there's only one frequency in which you can connect to the Supreme Lord. And the Lord Himself has calibrated, computed, and conceptualized that system in which you can connect to. Then to reinforce this, He has given adequate information, and that information is found in the most comprehensive library in this universe. This universe is a library. This universe is a library of information. The universe is Lord Srimad Narayan's classroom. This universe is Lord Srimad Narayan's classroom. You can come here and educate yourself, or you can remain a dropout. You can remain a dropout. Most of you are, I can't hear, dropouts. 99.99999% are dropouts. Yeah, in this ashram, 28 Dunstable Crescent were used. This is called a special class. This is called a special class. Okay? And around the world, we're not using this facility of the universe and a classroom for what it was created. This universe was created only for your salvation. Universe was created only for your salvation. Your primary books for this universe, your principal book for this universe, your secondary books for this universe, and your syllabus is the Vedas, nothing else. Is the Vedas. Your school curriculum is the Vedas. And the teachers are bona fide spiritual masters. Nobody else. You can go get a doctorate in Hinduism at Oxford University. It means nothing to the Vedas. It means you can get your PhD in Hinduism. It means nothing to the Creator. The Vedas can only be taught by a self and God realized spiritual master. And my existence on this earth corroborates that truth. My existence interconnects you and the Vedas, interconnects you and Lord Srimad Narayan, and interconnects you to the universe. My existence is the proof of the existence of the Vedas as bona fide scriptures in this universe. And I'm saying this because I was an atheist for 30 years. I did not believe in God. I'm saying this because I did not go to any formal gurukul. Nobody formally taught me anything. My Guruji speaks Hindi and I speak English. Yet, I am the most affluent disciple of my Guru in this whole world. Yes? My Guru has 2 sons, they are seminal Gurus. Do you know what seminal Gurus mean? Anyone knows what seminal Gurus mean? They are simply Gurus because they are Guruji's sons. They are simply Gurus because they are Guruji's sons, and in India this is allowed. Here in this ashram, I did not allow my sons to be seminal Gurus. Because Narad Muni, you heard of Narad Muni? How many of you heard of Narad Muni? Who is he? Who? Who is Narad Muni? Lord Brahma's son. And he states that seminal Gurus are not bona fide spiritual masters. So I'm quoting from the scripture. So I am my Guru's most affluent disciple in the world. I'm making a declaration. This discourse is going around the world. Alright? And I have to state it like this because I exist in the field of righteousness. And when you vibrate in the field of righteousness, you must speak the absolute truth. Doesn't matter who is offended by the truth. Because if you hide the truth in order not to offend somebody, then what are you? What are you? A liar and a hypocrite. So these things have to be said. It's in the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita. And I want you to go on Google, anyone now, go on Google and see what is the status of the Bhagavad Gita currently on this planet Earth. You'll find, like I did on the 6th of January 2018, I asked my disciples to go on Google and see the status of Lord Narayan on this planet Earth. Unknown. 2018, 6th of January, when my devotees went on Google, Lord Narayan was almost unknown day. I think Vasan, how many paragraphs they had on him? 3. 2 or 3 paragraphs. Google had 2 or 3 paragraphs on Lord Narayan on the 6th of January when I launched the Lord Narayan Awareness Campaign from Kampara Convention Center around the world. I launched it around the world on a 24-hour satsang. Now go and Google 7 years later the status of Lord Narayan in the world. So similarly, I want you to test this. Check the activity on the Bhagavad Gita around the world today. What's the date today? 20? Okay. 23rd November. Check the status of the Bhagavad Gita around the world and you'll find very little activity. And after today, from next week, check the status of the Bhagavad Gita around the world and you'll see that the seed that I'm planting here at the Sri Narayan Dham will germinate around the world. Will? And who will be the witness to that? You and the world. The revolution of the Bhagavad Gita will start permeating the world from the Sri Narayan Dham situated here in Durban. You can witness it. Go and check it today and look at the activity on the Bhagavad Gita. Then from next week see the activity. You'll see gurus around the world will now start expounding the Bhagavad Gita. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? It's a good thing. There's no jealousy in spirituality. There is no envy in spirituality. But somebody has to start the ball rolling. And we have started the ball rolling at the Sri Narayan Dham here in Durban, South Africa. If we are doing all of these things, what does it tell you? From where is this mission coming? From Lord Narayan himself, which means that the Sri Narayan Dham is integrally connected to the creator of the universe. Is it not telling you that? Have we not proven it since I became a guru? Have this ashram not proven the integral connection between guru, disciple and creator? Have we proven it, Vasan? We have proven all these. This is why I'm saying my existence. When I'm saying my existence proves Sanatana Dharma, I'm serious about it. Because if you extract me from this, and all that has taken place, then you're not going to have a living proof that Sanatana Dharma exists in this nature. This is why I don't know Sanskrit, because it's a myth. People tell you that you must know Sanskrit to be God realized and self realized. Have you all heard this? I don't know Sanskrit. How am I self realized and how am I God realized without knowing Sanskrit? I don't know Hindi. Ashmika, I only know bhook laga hai, khana, pani. Years ago I knew daru. When I knew daru, I knew ghosts. These are the only things I knew in Hindi. I didn't know the Vedas, I didn't know the Bhagavad Gita, I didn't know the Ramayana, I didn't know the Mahabharata. All those things was far away from me. I rejected it. I rejected Lord Shrimad Narayan. In fact, I didn't even know the name Narayan existed. I didn't even know the name Narayan existed. I rejected everything in Sanatana Dharma. I rejected. Not nicely. I rejected it with disdain. I rejected Sanatana Dharma with disdain. I rejected all the rituals with disdain. I was not happy about anything in Sanatana Dharma. That is why I was an atheist. This mala bead, when Mataji was chanting, I broke it and threw it out of my house. She had a Lakshmi place upstairs in my duplex. I had a brand new duplex. I kicked the Lakshmi from upstairs, downstairs, across the driveway. So I'm coming from here. I didn't grow up spiritually emotional for me to make the declarations that I am making today. All of you understand? I had to interface with the Supreme Lord. I had to interface with the Vedic injunctions. I had to interface with my Guru. I had to interface with Lord Sri Ramanuj for me to sit here on this Vyasasana. This seat, the Vyasasana, is the seat of Vyasa Deva. Who is Vyasa Deva? Who is Vyasa Deva? He is the current compiler of the Vedas. He compiled the Vedas when Lord Sri Krishna was here 5,000 years ago, when he spoke the Bhagavad Gita. It was Vyasa Deva who compiled the Bhagavad Gita and Lord Ganesha who wrote the Bhagavad Gita. When you are bona fide and you sit on this seat, the seat of Vyasa Deva, transcendental knowledge from the ethereal hemisphere or atmosphere flows through a bona fide spiritual master. Transcendental knowledge flows like how you pick up with your phone, how you go on Google, God got his own God girl. God got his own Google. God got his own Google system. And bona fide spiritual masters have data to download and do live streaming. I'm downloading and doing live streaming from the Vedas itself, which is a library that is inserted in every universe. In every universe. And it is for this reason that I decided to do an explanation on the Bhagavad Gita. No guru can do a commentary. No guru in the world can comment on God's words. Yes or no? God is God. Who gives any guru a right to analyze God? Who gives any guru the right to compartmentalize God in a philosophy? God is supreme. God is absolute. No one has capacity to analyze God's words. So there was a guru, very famous guru, I don't want to mention his name, Jessica, who doctored the Bhagavad Gita. And one of his disciples agreed on a post, I shared it on my Facebook, go there and find it, that the Bhagavad Gita was, they say, they're not saying doctored, they're saying a mistake happened by one of the disciples. So they called me, I went to the institution and I told them, Nirali, the story is wrong. I told them the story is wrong, the Bhagavad Gita is wrong. And one of their own disciples have admitted it. That story is on my Facebook. And this is why I am saying no one has the authority to comment on God. You can explain what God said. You can explain what God said. You can't comment what God said. God is supreme. He cannot be analyzed. He says it in simple language. Leave all religiosity and surrender to me. Simple language. He says those who follow devis and devatas are stupid. Does he say it in the Bhagavad Gita or not? Is that language simple? Why do we have to complicate it? Why do we have to analyze it? Those are instructions. Those are instructions from your Creator. That's your manual as a human being. God's instructions is your manual. Alright? So I hope this introduction leads us into opening the Bhagavad Gita from chapter 1, verse 1 to chapter 18, last verse, I think it's 66, I'm not too sure. And it's going to be a long and an arduous journey. By the time I'm finished with this Bhagavad Gita, the whole world, around the world, the buzzword will be Bhagavad. Alright? That is our mission, that is our intention. This is why we are doing the Bhagavad Gita, not to make some sales. So the Guru can trade in his Fortuner and buy a Lexus. In fact, if I can give this Bhagavad Gita for free to the world, I'll be very happy. If we get a big sponsor or a donor, and we can give this Bhagavad Gita free to the world, I'll be very, very happy. So Lord Ramanuj's Bhagavad Gita is 620 pages. Our Bhagavad Gita should be about 6,000 to 10,000 pages. It will be a library, it will be broken down and it will be a library. You can view it at any angle. There will be no gaps there for philosophers to come in. I'm closing all the gaps and I'm going to prove that Sanatana Dharma is not a philosophy. It's the absolute science, the absolute truth, and the supreme truth. We're going to prove along the way. We're going to close all scriptural gaps so that never again can philosophy text torture God's spoken word. Twisting God's word, isn't it text torture? If God said green and your philosophy says blue, then you bring the green and you mix some colors with it until it becomes blue. Is that God's word? God is singing. The Bhagavad Gita is a song. When you sing what you emit, a frequency. When you sing in, what you are emitting? A frequency. That frequency have to be matched for you to get a result. That frequency have to be matched. Forget about all this. People now on the internet, everyone is talking about manifestation. Go TikTok, go anywhere, they're talking about the chakras, they're talking about manifestation. These are Westerners. They know nothing about Sanatan Dharma. You can't open your chakras willy-nilly. You can't open otherwise all chakras should be wide open. You have to become a disciple first. You have to become a disciple first. Forget about all this yoga story. Yoga is not exercise. Yoga means union with your Creator. Yoga means union with your Creator. Forget about all those things going up and down on the mats. Nothing going to help you. No God. You won't find God under this mat, that yoga class. There, nothing. You're not finding God. You have to become a disciple first. That is the rule. So let me start again with the Vedic injunctions. I just want to read. So, I'm saying you need to know why you need the Bhagavad Gita. Last week I read and I showed you that the Vedas were inserted in the universe before man was even created. I read and I showed how Lord Brahma inserted the Vedas in the universe before the creation of man. Did I do that? Then I showed you how this universe was created. And I just want to recap on it quickly. What is the cause of material universes? Every invention must have a cause. Why do you invent a car? For transportation. Why you invent a bus? For mass transportation. Why you invent an aeroplane? To fly to your destination. Why you invent a boat? To go on water to your destination. Every invention has a cause. The cause must be there. What is the cause of the universe? Why does this universe exist? What is the cause of the material universe? Collective karma of living entities. Collective karma of living entities is the cause of this material universe. Karma is the fuel, energy that God creates this universe with. What is the status of karma? Is karma eternal? Or can karma be decimated? It can be decimated. Can you extinguish your karma? Can you burn your karma? Once you burn your karma, what is your purpose in this universe? You have no place in this universe if you burn your karma, because this universe only exists because all of the collective karma of all living entities. That is the cause of this universe. If your karma is burnt, what happens to you? It's called liberation. When your karma is burnt, when you follow a bona fide spiritual master, and when you are bona fide, when you are bona fide and your karma is burnt, your destiny no longer exists, then it means at the end of this lifetime you're not coming back, because your reason to be here is your karma. And if you have no karma, there's no reason to be here. How many of you want to come back here? Hey, both Ryan and Tanya are watching this. I thought both of them would say yes. And they didn't even get married yet. And they don't want to come back. They didn't have children yet. And they don't. Most of us don't want to come back because of our children. These two didn't have children yet, and they still don't want to come back. Yes? So, the cause of this universe is collective, individual karma of all living entities. This creation is cyclic. As I said, karma is beginningless. What does beginningless mean? It had no beginning, but individually it can end to those that follow a bona fide spiritual master, and they are bona fide as well. So the guru must be bona fide and the disciple must be bona fide. Guru bona fide, disciple bona fide. You got no more. Your visa in this material universe is your karma. Your visa in this material universe is your karma. As soon as you meet a bona fide spiritual master and you start following him, your visa expires. Your visa expires and you go home. You understand? So I explained last week through the scriptures that just before creation, in the spiritual world where Lord Narayan lives with all his spiritual living entities, there appears on the spiritual sky a cloud. That cloud is called the causal ocean. Causal ocean. The causal ocean is made up of all the living entities' karmas. It's called the causal ocean. The Supreme Lord goes into that causal ocean and he lies down. He lies down, and from all his pores and his nostrils and his ears, infinite universes enter that causal ocean in the shape of like suspended balls. I want you to close your eyes. Imagine Lord Narayan sleeping on Sheshnag and bubbles emanating from his body. Each bubble is a sum total of your karma. Alright? Each bubble is a sum total of your karma, and Lord Narayan enters each bubble. Whilst he's sleeping there, in one manifestation, in the next manifestation he enters each bubble, he fills it up with half water, he lies on the water, and from his abdomen a lotus sprouts. That lotus is the sum total of all the karma of the living entities that's going to be born in that universe. In that universe. You understand? So I'm giving you a background that nothing is God's fault, Tanya and Nirali. For too long you all have been blaming God. And that is why the Guru said he needs to take the blame away from God. Nothing that happened in your life is God's fault. Whose fault? It has to be somebody's fault. If it's not God's fault, Tanya, whose fault is it? Your own fault. Tanya is shocked. Every experience in your life, you are the script writer. You are the director. You are the actor. You are the producer. Anything else I missed out? You are the camera woman. You are everything. You financed your own movie. You wrote your movie. You directed it. You produced it. You financed it. And you are acting in it now. Whole movie belongs to you. Tanya, your movie. Tanya 1. Series. Soapies. You all love soapies. Who doesn't love soapies? You all wrote your own soapy life. Don't blame anyone else, Tanya. Don't say who did it. You can cut any amount of lines, monkey balls, camphor and clove, go to any amount of temples. You did it. If the temple don't tell you you did it, the temple is a liar. You did it. If somebody put a toklosh on you, you did it. Who? Whatever misery is in your life, who did it? You. Do you understand? You are the writer, you are the producer, you are the actor, you are the financer. Everything is you. We can't blame God. We can't blame the Muti man. We can't blame the temple lady. Can't blame the temple lady because she's a temple lady because that's her act. That man is a Muti man because that's his act. He created that act. Now he's living that. So Tanya, don't blame your mother-in-law for anything. Nirali haven't got a mother-in-law yet.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if all the mother-in-laws are shaking in their boots. Alright? So, to understand the Bhagavad Gita, you need to understand who you are. Because the Bhagavad Gita is your manual. It is meant for you. We got a Fiat, we got a Chev, we got an Opel, we got a Mercedes, we got a Toyota, we got a Mazda. Each one of you is your own model and make. The Bhagavad Gita fits all. Bhagavad Gita fits and works all. But if you don't know who you are, Bhagavad Gita will be meaningless to you. So if today, all of you, yeah, physical and those watching from whichever part of the world, if you admit to the Supreme Lord that I was ignorant, Acharya Shyam Ramanuj made me aware. I am now aware. Can I surrender to you and find a solution to my problems? Don't you think that should be a starting point? Yes. So this causal ocean on which the Creator sleeps is made up of the total karma for the infinite universes. Made up of the total karma for infinite. Then he works it out. Ryan must be born to Rani. Because your best act as a son and her best act as a mother will be in that family. Because the two karmas are fit, it can synthesize. Norman must be his father. And what's your sister's name? She must be your sister. And you all must live in the universe where Lord Brahma has 4 heads. And your guru must be Acharya Shyam. Then he puts all this together and you as a family is born. So that total karma from the causal ocean, he extracts and he computes and he permutates. He creates his own algorithm and he brings all of you all into being. I must have been the worst guru in the class of gurus. I must have failed multiple times. And he said, you will have all blown head gaskets to repair. All my vehicles are blown. Srini, you agree? I got piston going out of the conrod here, Srini. Crankshaft split in 2. But the Bhagavad Gita can put everything together in only 700 verses. If you do not know that you are the cause of your own misery, can you remove your misery? So the first part is to acknowledge, Shivani, that I am my own problem. I caused my own problem, and whatever suffering I'm experiencing is through myself. Once you acknowledge that, you're going to feel free. That is the start of your chakras opening, Nirali. Don't go and worry about these manifestations on TikTok and wherever they are. Nothing will manifest because the frequencies have to match. And the Guru's job is to unlock your frequency and make it match with the frequency that the universe is vibrating. The universe is vibrating with full potential to help every frequency of yours. But your frequency is not matching the frequency of the universe. Do you understand? Job of the Guru is to equalize the two frequencies. Guru don't tamper with the universe's frequency because created by God it is absolute. That karma now, that karma which is the cause of this universe, I want to explain it to you through the scripture so you understand. I said this set of discourses will have to be authenticated so it is not seen as a philosophy or Acharya Shyam Ramanuj interpretation of what is happening. This explanation of the Bhagavad Gita must be 100% authentic. When we do our last verse, nobody must be able to point one finger at the Sri Narayan. So I'm consolidating now with a series of verses. So I'm starting You can hear me? This is Canto 3, Chapter 12, Shrimad Bhagavatam. Text 2. I said I want somebody on a phone, Google. I nominated you, Tiveshni. Yeah. Find the meaning of this word. Nescient. 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 I'm going to read the verse and then you must give me the meaning. Alright? Brahma first created the nescient engagements like self-deception, the sense of death, anger after frustration, the sense of false ownership, and the illusory bodily conception or forgetfulness of one's real identity. What nescience mean?
Lack of knowledge or awareness.
Lack of knowledge or awareness. So when this universe was created by initially, the primary creator is the Supreme Lord. He creates it through all our karmas and the three modes of nature. Then the secondary creator is Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma computed, have you all seen a video game? This universe is a video game. Video games have somebody calibrates a game, computes a game, conceptualizes a game. Similarly, this universe is the big game, the game of Nirali's life. This whole universe was created for Nirali. And you, Trisha. Trisha is a little bit jealous in the back. Trisha, it was created for you and Nirali, right? This entire universe. Trisha's and Nirali's game. You understand? Computed in this game of this universe in the ethereal atmosphere, Brahma first created nescient engagements. Nescient engagement. So, Ashmika, you was dumb until you met the Guru. Don't blame it on yourself, blame Lord. He computed your dumbness. Those of you that are dumb, don't blame yourself. Tanya, don't blame yourself for being dumb. It was computed by Lord Brahma in this universe before you were even born in this form. Alright? The actual amount of dumbness is impelled by your karma. So if somebody is 95% dumb, when they were born, they wrote that karma for them. 95% dumb. Then the dumbness is already there injected in the universe, and the frequency that emits from your dumb body receives that dumb energy, and you are always 95% dumb. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? You are impelled by your own karma, the proportion determined by yourself. There are some 100% dumb people here too. Okay? But you just can't be dumb. There has to be a source. Isn't for everything there's a source? So, for your dumbness, Lord Brahma first injected dumbness in the universe as a reservoir. And we are all connected to that reservoir of dumbness in proportion to our previous life karma. You understand it? Does it make sense? Is it mathematical? Is it mathematical? Because everything in Sanatana Dharma is an equation. Tanya is equal to 95% dumbness. Is that not an equation? Tanya on one side, and she's equal to 95% dumbness on the other side. Is that not an equation? Everything in Sanatana Dharma is an equation. Thank you, my boy. The next ingredient he injected in the universe is self-deception. Self-deception. What is self-deception, Ryan? I'm a top O. I'm a top O. I'm this, I'm that. How many of us get up lying the whole day who they are? I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm intelligent. That is called self-deception. Now don't be angry that you've been deceiving yourself by yourself. Blame Lord. That is why nobody worships him. You ever saw a temple for Lord Brahma? Why? If you worship him, how much more dumber you'll get, Tanya? Yeah, he's the source of every living entity, even the trees, the snakes, the birds. Lord Brahma is the source because he creates all of these ingredients in the universe. The sense of death. Sense of death. How many of you experience the sense of death? That is our fear. Don't we fear death? Don't we have that sense all the time? Especially when we go to a funeral, then you realize, hey. Well, whilst on the subject, wasn't you want to describe the new coffin carrier we saw? And we're coming from Shlanga. Yeah, it's a four-wheeler and a hearse tozy. Yeah, trailer. Yeah, so much more comfortable, you know. Carry me in a trailer. I don't want to see y'all at my funeral, please. Y'all won't give my soul peace. Especially Ashmika. I don't want to see all that. I'm going to die quietly in another country. Anger after frustration, Jessica. That is, no longer you have to blame your wife for being angry after being frustrated. Lord Brahma. Not her fault. She was innocent in this whole thing. The only thing she did in her last life, she wrote her character. I'll be Satish's wife and I'll be full of anger. I'll fight with him 100 times a day. That was written in the last life and she's living it out. The sense of false ownership. The sense of false ownership. And the illusory body conception or forgetfulness of one's identity. So when you landed here, you thought you were the body. This is computed by Lord Brahma. All of these things that you experience, you are impelled without you knowing you impelled. You think you are the doer. You're not the doer. You can't even move. When your leg moves like this, see my leg moved up and down. I did not do nothing. I sent a message for my leg to move. There are powerhouses, devis and devatas that's in charge of movement of your hands, movement of your legs. Even the blinking of your eye, you cannot blink your eye. Nirali, no matter how much of eyelashes you put, color you put on your eyes, no matter how you beautify your eye, Tisha, even if you put blue lens, and green lens and grey lens, Tanya. You did nothing. You did? It was done externally. We are robots. We are robots. Everything that's done is done by the three gunas. Everything that is done by the three gunas. We believe we are the doer. We only animated this vehicle. We only animated this vehicle. Tisha is happy. Her sister is an attorney, so and her brother-in-law, she thinks she got a way out. When I say don't put lipstick, she said, Guru, I never put lipstick. The devils and devatas put lipstick on me. And Tisha, do you understand? I'm going a little bit deep, but you need to know the Bhagavad Gita to come out of this imprisonment. Aren't you imprisoned? Isn't your reality hijacked? Aren't you in a hijacked reality? Aren't you living in a false perception? As long as you think you are the doer, you only accumulating karma. Aren't you? As long as you think I am the doer, you only accumulating karma. Are you understanding the need for the Bhagavad Gita? Are you understanding the need for the Bhagavad Gita? Next verse. And this is, I think, the most important verse in all the Vedas. Listen to it very, very clearly. In the beginning, Brahma created four great sages named Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara. All of them were unwilling to adopt materialistic activities because they were highly elevated due to the semen flowing upward. So the first living entity, I told you this a million times, the first living entities in this universe is the Guru principle. First living entity in this universe is the Guru principle. Don't follow a Guru. See where the Guru principle is. What number? Number 1 in creation. Guru principles. These four Sanat Kumaras that were born, they carry the Guru, the essence of the Guru principle. This is why they didn't marry. They didn't marry. They didn't want to have children because they wanted to be pure so that they can carry the Guru principle and give it to you. And give it to you. Can you see? I've been preaching this from how long? I've stated there is no other important principle in the universe than the Guru principle. That is why it was created first. Guru principle created first. And Guru principle can only be practiced on planet Earth. How many planetary systems are there above Earth? 6 and 7 below. All the above planetary system, infinite amount of Devis and Devatas live there. But there is no satsang, no discourses, nothing in those planetary systems. For you to get salvation, you can only get it through the human body. To get salvation, you can be, do you know Brahma is an ordinary human being just like you, Lord Brahma. He evolved to that title. He evolved to that title. Even he creates, he's a secondary creator of all these universes. He can't get salvation. He's living under karma himself. For Lord Brahma to get salvation, He must take his birth as a human being and follow the Guru system. Follow the Guru system. You understand how important the Guru system is in this universe. Not for Hindus. Guru system is not for Hindus. I'm not a Hindu. Am I a Hindu? No, I'm not a Hindu. I'm an African. I live in Africa. This body was made of African elements. The sand is African, the air, everything. I'm not a Hindu. And this information is not for Hindus, it's for mankind. It is for all of mankind. Next verse. Shiva devotees, I like you all too. Shiva devotees, put hands up. Asmika, put hands up. Now when put hand up, don't try it. Only get whacked here, that's all. On the refusal of the sons to obey the order of the father, there was much anger generated in the mind of Brahma, which he tried to control and not express. Although he tried to curb his anger, it came out between his eyebrows, and a child of mixed blue and red was immediately generated. After his birth, he began to cry, "O destiny maker, teacher of the universe, kindly designate my name and place." The all-powerful Brahma, who was born from the lotus flower, pacified the boy with gentle words, accepting his request, and said, "Do not cry, I shall certainly do as you desire." Therefore Brahma said, "O chief of the devatas," who? O chief of the devatas, "you shall be called by the name Rudra by all people because you have anxiously cried." My dear boy, so you can see where I got that when I call you my boy. You think I can use it in a court case if somebody tried to sue me if I call them my boy? You can see where my boy comes from, Jessica? Right at the top. And a guru is just a follower of scriptures, all right, my boy? My dear boy, I have already selected the following places for your residence: the heart, the senses, the air of life, the sky, the air, the fire, the water, the earth, the sun, the moon, and austerity. So those of you that worship Lord Shiva and say that he is the creation, is it true or not true? True, he is the creation. That's where he lives. See where he is living, Jessica? Lord Shiva is living in your heart, is living in your senses. The air you're breathing in is living. He's living in the sky. Sometimes you'll fly in the aeroplane. He's living in the air that you're breathing. He lives in the fire, the water, the earth, the sun, the moon, and austerity. And this is where people made a mistake between Lord Shiva, who lives in the material universes only, His wife is a superintendent. Mother Durga is the superintendent of the universe, is she not? But our approach to these entities are wrong. And this is why in my constitution, before I started my first satsang, I did the constitution, and in the constitution I said, my job is to eradicate confusion in Sanatan dharma. And I'm doing this by virtue of these stresses. Then, text 26. Dharma was manifested from the breast of Brahma, wherein is seated the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Narayan is seated in everyone's heart, in the soul, in the heart, Narayana. And irreligion appeared, or dharma appeared from his back, where horrible death takes place for the living entity. So when we are discussing the Bhagavad Gita, we are also authenticating that Lord Srimad Narayan is the source and goal of all living entities. He is the creator of these material universes. By me expounding the Bhagavad Gita, I'm making a declaration to the world that Lord Srimad Narayan, that's not his name, that's one of his attributes. God can't have a name. God can't have a name. If we name God, then we limit him. Yes? So God can't have a name, but we can call him by his various attributes. Again, for my people, lust and desire became manifested from the heart of Brahma. Lust and desire became manifested from the heart of Lord Brahma. Anger from between his eyebrows. Nirali, that's true. I can ask your mother and father, both of them are here. When Nirali gets angry, what happens to her eyebrows? Both mother and father, her creator, co-creators are seated here. Her co-creators are seated here. Navin, what happens to her eyebrows when she gets angry? You're too frightened to notice. Ruki, too frightened to notice. Okay, see, both father and mother, too frightened to notice the eyebrows of Nirali when she is angry. Imagine Nirali going to be in the Bhagavad Gita commentary. Greed between his lips. Where greed comes? Asmika, where greed comes? You're not greedy, I'm just and the power of speaking from his mouth. The ocean okay, I want to stop there from this Shrimad Bhagavatam for now. What have you noticed? All of you that thought you were so great, what have you noticed? Your greatness is an illusion. Your greatness is an illusion. Everything you thought you are is already computed in the universe and it impels you. That false belief impels you. You are like a puppet. Have we got a puppet here in South Africa? I see him regularly on
Chester missing.
Chester. Is he talking?
No.
Or is master talking? What that puppet really does? Nothing. It just exists. Similarly, you just exist. You do nothing. When you're answering me, the power is from Lord Brahma's mouth for you to talk. You have to connect to his mouth first and then talk to him. So you are doing, you have to be activated for every movement. It's deep, but you have to understand it. Is it deep? Yes, but everything is controlled. Everything is controlled from the outside, but you think you are the controller. That is the illusion that we are. That is the illusion that we are living. I just want to see if there's anything more important here. Okay, this is the last set of verses I'm going to read. And then, if you all have any questions, are there any questions, Asmika? Okay, Canto 2, Chapter 5, Text 16 of the Shrimad Bhagavatam. All different types of meditations or mysticism are means for realizing Narayana. All austerities are aimed in achieving Narayana. Culture of transcendental knowledge is for getting a glimpse of Narayana, and ultimately salvation is entering the kingdom of Narayana. So this is written by Swami Prabhupada. I'm reading the Shrimad Bhagavatam written by Swami Prabhupada, okay? But I want you to understand that Lord Sriman Narayan is the source and goal of all living entities and not Lord Sri Krishna. And not Lord Sri Krishna. The Supreme Lord, Lord Narayan, takes 10 principal incarnations. Takes 10 principal incarnations. And each incarnation of his is of a different frequency. Is of a different frequency. He is categorized in appearing in this earth through his different frequencies. When Lord Narayan incarnates, he has to go unto a particular frequency to enter the highway to planet Earth. And that is why they always appear in India, not because they are incarnations for Indians. It is that highway is located at that point. They come with the Sudha Sattva energy. That frequency is very, very subtle, very, very fine, very, very subtle. They have to permeate the Earth's atmosphere, which was, that highway was created at creation. Highway was created at creation. You understand? And that point, as I said, every creation, the Vedas creates the universe as before. As before. So if they land in that point where India is currently, then when creation takes place again, Jessica, you studying me? When creation takes place again, where must they land again? Yes, because there is only one computation. The Vedas can never be changed. No one can change the Vedas. I'm saying this a million times. Every time the Vedas is inserted in the universe, the same things happen. The same 7 saints are born. The same gurus are born. Gurus are eternal. Gurus are eternal. Disciples are eternal. The Supreme Lord is eternal. Creation is cyclic but eternal. Do you understand? So for each incarnation, there's a different frequency that the Lord enters the material. So you can't one day get up and say, hey, I love Nrsimha Deva. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. No, you can't change God's frequencies. You can't say Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. That is false. That is false. You can't say Lord Ram is the supreme personality of Godhead. That is false. Supreme Lord is Lord Shrimad Narayan, and he has 9 incarnations or 10 incarnations. Each incarnation he comes at a different frequency. You can't change the frequency. You can't change your own frequency. Firstly, you didn't even know who you was until you met me. Now you want to change the creator of the universe. You want to change the creator of the universe, but you didn't know who you. You understand? Can you see the stupidity? So whatever is in the Vedas, that's what the Guru will give you. This is why I say there is no 3 philosophies and there is no 6 schools of thought. Mathematics only have one answer. Yes? 1 plus 1 can never equal 3. Just like that, the Vedas can only be in its absolute state. So the Bhagavad Gita, I'm reading these verses to authenticate that when I start the Bhagavad Gita, one of the reasons we are doing the Bhagavad Gita is to show that Lord Shrimad Narayan is the supreme personality of Godhead. This is Lord Brahma speaking. He says, inspired by him only, I discover what is already created by him, under his vision as the all-pervading supersoul, and I also am created by him. So we clarifying that Lord Brahma is created by Lord Shrimad Narayan. The Supreme Lord is pure spiritual form, transcendental to all material qualities, yet for the sake of creation of the material world and its maintenance and annihilation, he accepts through his external energy the material modes called goodness, passion and ignorance. I'm going to leave it there. It's very, very hot. Just now you're going to stop existing. I won't have an audience. Okay? So we're going to start with chapter 1, verse 1 next week. I know everybody came to hear chapter 1, verse 1, but I had to conclude. And the last part of my conclusion is that every human being has 5 bodies. Every human being has 5 bodies. I don't know, Tanya, whether they get uglier as you go inside or prettier, but I'm going to name the 5 bodies. Right now, so the universe is a technology and the universe also has these 5 bodies. Then you are a technology and you also have these 5 bodies. So right now, Mirali, the lipstick body is called the gross body. Lipstick body is called the gross body. Inside the lipstick body, Vasan is looking okay, Vas. You can put some lipstick next to it. I don't know what color will suit you, but you can. Inside the gross body is the pranic body. What is prana? Air. The pranic body permeates, it is more subtle than the gross body and it permeates. You feel air all over your body? You feel the space of your body pulled up? It's the pranic body, the pressure body. That pressure holds your body in shape. The prana holds your body in shape. It's the pranic body. Inside the pranic body is your mental body. It is more subtle than the pranic body, and it permeates both the pranic body and the gross body. So you can touch your mind. You can touch your mind. Then inside that body is the intellectual body. Is the intellectual body. It is more subtle than the mental body. It permeates the mental body, it permeates the pranic body, and it permeates the gross body. You can feel your intelligence. Oh yes? Anytime you want, you can feel your intelligence. And more subtle than the intellectual body is your causal body. Now remember I told you, there's a causal body that Lord Shrimad Narayan sits on, which is the sum total of all the karma of all living entities, that makes up all the universes. One part of that causal body envelops your soul with your karma, with your personal karma that encases your soul. It is more subtle and it permeates the intellectual body, the mental body, the pranic body, and the gross body. Is your causal body, and your karma is on your causal body, which we call attributive consciousness. And only Guru can enter your causal body and extinguish your karma. That is a Vedic injunction. Only Guru can tamper with your causal body, not even Lord Shrimad Narayan himself. He would have tampered with it when? He lives inside your soul all the time. Where's the causal body? How far is the causal body from Lord Narayan? Huh? Right there. Why he never tampered with it? What's wrong with Lord Narayan? You're suffering and suffering and suffering, and he's watching and watching and watching. Don't you think he has capacity to change your suffering? Sisha? He lives inside your soul, not somewhere there in the sky, inside your soul. He's also encased by your causal body. He's also encased by your causal body. Why doesn't he change your karma? Because he created the Guru system, which is the first creation. Do you understand? So, this is spiritual science. And as we move into the Bhagavad Gita, I'm going to bring in material science. We're going to bring in material science. Then we're going to interface material science wherever it has met us. Wherever it has met us, it's meeting us with quantum mechanics, is it not? Material science is meeting us with quantum mechanics, and as we go to a particular verse, I'm going to take quantum mechanics. They are theorizing at the moment. They have not found valid proof yet. But I like what they found, that when they split a particle, whatever happens to this particle can happen to another particle in any part of the universe. My theory is, which I explained to you all earlier on, not my theory, a Vedic injunction, that when the Devi or Devta that's controlling your body mechanism move, you move. And quantum mechanics have proven it. So they are situated somewhere else, you are situated somewhere else. As you think, they move and you move. You understand? So later now, with each verse, we're going to break it down and explain. So the reason for this comprehensive background. Reason for this comprehensive background is now when I discuss the Bhagavad Gita, you will understand how to use each verse as a medication. How to use each verse as a medication, because I already pointed the symptoms to you. I showed you the cause. Alright, if you're an angry person, I showed you how the Bhagavad Gita can resolve your anger. If you have hatred, if you have jealousy, if you have pride, whoever you are, whatever you're suffering, the Bhagavad Gita can alleviate all of this. And I showed you how it was computed and calibrated in this universe. So the day you as a technology can interface with the universe as a technology, on that day you will leave this universe. On that day you can leave this universe. So Lord Brahma deliberately calibrated you so you and the universe don't calibrate. And the universe only works on frequencies. The Guru will match up your frequency with the universe's frequency. When you calibrate, you go home. Don't worry about chakras and yogas and meditation and all those things don't work. Don't worry about going to temple and busting coconuts and all that thing. Don't change any frequency. Only Guru can enter your causal body. Nothing else can enter your causal body, and no other entity can change anything for you in your life. You are here according to your destiny written by yourself, which you cannot change, and God won't change because He's living there. He witnesses your suffering with a smile. God witnesses your suffering with a smile. Why? Why? He gave you everything to come to Him. You don't want to come to Him. You don't want to listen. So He just watches you. Then when you come out from this body, then you go into the body of a pig, God comes with you in the pig's body. Then He watch you eat your own stool. And He, look at Nirali's face. And He, why? He gave you the information how to come out of this body and be with Him. Then He feels sorry, then He leaves you there in a pig's body for about 1 million years. Then you come out of a pig's body and you become a snake. Then you live as a snake for another couple million years, Shanita. Then you become an ant. Then you live as an ant, and then you become a bird. Very difficult to get this human body again. Very, very difficult to get this. If by chance you get a human body, bail out. Bail out. If by chance you got this human body, and if you don't listen and you don't bail out, both Guru and Lord Narayan, when you die, you saw faces in the coffin. You saw some smiley faces, and you saw some contorted faces. When you see contorted faces, you must know they saw the next body already. Quantum mechanics is now saying that you can live in the past, present and future. Quantum mechanics is saying that. And I'm the living proof of that scientific evaluation because I'm a guru. When I tinker, when I cut your karmas, Nirali, what's your age? 60. When you are born 60 years ago, you came with that karmas, yes? How old is your karma? 60 years old, right? When I go there and I change that karma of yours, am I going into your past? Then when I'm changing it for? And when I'm doing it? So the Guru can move back into the past and into the future, because I can tell you, Nirali is living in Belito with 2 children. How the Guru knows that? That means the Guru has to travel to the future. Quantum mechanics, is it right? Because they say now time folds. Before they said time is linear, it starts in the morning and finishes in the night. We say no, time is both linear and cyclic. And it can fold, because I can go. So all those people that Nirali fought with in the past, they can't get the revenge back on Nirali, because I changed the destiny. And that's how I affected your past. They can't get the revenge back. Are you understanding? And because you're following the Guru, I changed your, and I changed their future. Are you understanding? Only Guru can do this. And this has now been scientifically proven by material science to be true. Jai Shri Ram.